Take this file. Take it over to the courthouse.
An ambitious attorney.
File the papers and get out.
A desperate father.
I found a house for Valerie and for the boys if she'll have me back.
Show me the house.
You're approved.
I thought you were gonna say no.
They had no reason to meet. Until today.
Right, please. Mark. Action.
Ben Affleck and Samuel L. Jackson star in Changing Lanes, co-starring Toni Collette, Sidney Pollack, William Hurt, and Amanda Peet. The film is directed by Roger Michell. For Affleck and Jackson, the main appeal of the project was the script.
I read this movie when I was doing Pearl Harbor, and something about it struck me as so honest and so interesting. It was sort of the opposite of what I'd done. It wasn't about grand themes. It wasn't an epic tale. It was a much more personal story of two men and their lives.
It's a different kind of story. It's character driven.
Morning, Julia.
Hey, Gavin.
The character I play is named Gavin Bannock, and he's an idealistic young lawyer. He's been practicing about 5 years. He's made partner. He's married the senior partner's daughter, and he's done all the things that he's supposed to do on this track.
Have a seat, please. And who are you?
Sarah Windsor.
Not the name tag. I mean, who are you? As in, what have you been doing? Why do you want to be a lawyer? Why do you want to work here?
He feels great about everything. And yet, he has this tiny muscle left in him, which is telling him that he's not the man he used to be. He's lost the ideological fiber that used to make him clear about what was wrong and what was right.
How'd it go?
Well, Kaufman did some tap dancing. But once I filed the papers, what was he gonna do? Guy squeaked like a mouse.
I love it when they squeak.
You start to look into what he's doing. You find out that he's done some things that he's not very proud of as a lawyer, that he's kind of in denial about.
I always thought you were cutting a pretty big corner by convincing a dying old man to sign a power of appointment.
It wasn't like that.
Are you sure it wasn't like that?
Of course I'm sure.
Jackson plays Doyle Gibson, a man whose life is very different from Gavin's.
Is everything, it's my first house and,
Still, you're getting the loan.
I'm not sure I filled everything out correctly.
You're approved. We'll have it done for you tomorrow.
He's the anonymous guy we pass by on the street and we don't pay any attention to.
He comes from a different bit of the world to Gavin. He's a little older. He's a recovering alcoholic.
Keep coming back. It works if you work it, so work it, you'll work it.
He works in a job which is not particularly gratifying or interesting.
All right, now this particular policy is never gonna cost you more than $15 a month.
He's desperately trying to scrabble together a mortgage so he can buy a house to keep his family together. He has 2 young children.
I think I'll make this the boys' room.
How old are they?
Steven's 10, Danny's 7.
Lucky kids.
Lucky dad.
He's the everyday Joe that, all of a sudden something happens to him that's outside of his control that kind of intrudes on his life. Your Honor, I'm representing myself today because I want you to hear the sincerity of my words.
Just call Kaufman's office and tell him that I called to say that I'm going to be late, okay?
We're both running late, and we're both in our own worlds and kind of preoccupied. I have to get to court. He also has to get to court, although we don't know that. What happens is that we kind of bump into each other.
Car accident, just a normal everyday kind of fender bender. He and this guy get out of the car to exchange insurance information.
You got an insurance card? Yeah, sure.
I'm in a super hurry, and so is he, but he feels as though he's got to do everything properly, and I just don't have the time for it.
Tell you what, I'm gonna write you a blank check, and you just gotta get your car fixed.
I don't want your check, man.
Don't worry about it.
I want to do this right.
Come on,
Oh, look,
please.
I gotta be someplace else too, but it's important to me that we do this right.
Sorry, I gotta go.
Sorry, what?
I gotta go, man. I'm late. I have to go.
I gotta go somewhere too, man.
Sorry.
Where you
I'm
going,
sorry.
man? Come on, man. Don't leave me out here like this,
Sorry.
man.
Better luck next time.
Hey, you're leaving the scene of an accident.
I just kind of split and leave him there, and what happens is that I end up having left a crucial document that pertains to my case by the side of the road. Here to present some papers to the court.
What do you got?
I made a mistake.
And Doyle, Sam's character, as a consequence of our accident, has missed his court date.
Hey, guys.
You're really late. Mom went in already.
And I don't get a chance to present my side of a child custody case, and my wife gets custody of my 2 sons.
This guy hit me on the FDR. He cut me off. You know, I wanted to be here.
Next case. With his dreams of reuniting with his family seemingly over, Doyle finds himself pursued by Gavin.
Hey, listen, man, you don't know me, I know. You don't have to believe me, but that is not what I'm like this morning. I really isn't. That's not who I am. Yeah, I had an orange file. It was in my briefcase. I thought maybe it fell out and you picked it up.
This file, I didn't particularly hold it hostage or anything. He just didn't get it as expediently as he wanted it, and he started to do things to me.
What am I gonna do?
There's this guy. He helps out with things that need helping out.
Where is he?
And he has the ways and means to do things to me that I can't do to him. And what he does is pretty malicious.
We're all set. May I?
Is there any other way?
Well, sure. Call him up and just be nice to him.
All right, do it.
Mr. Doyle Gibson is now bankrupt.
For Affleck, playing the character of Gavin provided a different set of challenges than any of his previous roles.
On a very selfish level, I thought it would afford me the opportunity to do the kind of acting that I haven't had the opportunity to do until now. And that was really appealing to me.
Why didn't I just give him my insurance card?
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry, it's not your fault, it's my fault.
You're required to think a little bit more about your own experiences and your own emotional weight that you bring to it, and to stretch a little bit more. And doing this kind of movie is the reason why I wanted to be an actor.
Ben's a sensitive guy. He's a very intelligent guy. He has all the kind of appetite for life that Gavin has.
And then to you.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Right.
He's a big film star, and yet at the same time, he's not at all blasé about where he is in the world at the moment. He's making all kinds of choices which are quite complicated for him to make.
I lied to you this morning. When I was on my way to the court, I stopped off at a diner to prepare. I took the files out. When I got to the court, the power of appointment was missing.
Why did you lie to us?
I'm really sorry.
You're sorry? Hey, who the fuck gives a shit about the struggles of your character? Get out of here, you son of a bitch. If you have to go through every fucking garbage bag in this city, you find that goddamn file or you're gonna be the disaster of my life.
Ben brings a nice reality, a simple reality to what he's doing.
Hey, you wanna go to jail?
You believe that he's essentially a good person who's totally thrown by this crisis.
Foundation has $107 million in it. My bosses are the trustees. Why didn't they come to court with me? What's in those files that I haven't seen?
I play Michelle Dennis, a lawyer at the same firm that Gavin works at, and I am kind of his conscience.
What do I do?
You didn't know who these people were? You married into it. So what occurs makes him re-evaluate what's really important to him. And then there's family pressure as well as career pressure.
What do you think the law is, Gav? At my father's level of the game, at your level of the game. If you want to continue to live the way we've been living,
you have to steal.
Doyle faces an entirely different set of internal conflicts. Battling the desire to begin drinking again, he enlists the help of his AA sponsor, played by William Hurt.
I'm in a bar.
Are you drinking?
No.
What happened in court today?
I'm in a bar. What's that tell you?
Come on, leave that bar.
The role of Doyle afforded Jackson the ability to explore a character unlike any he had played in the past.
Action.
Sam's obviously a wonderful, wonderful actor. I've always admired his work enormously, but a lot of the films that he's done, he's been very hip in, very cool in, Shaft or Jackie Brown or that kind of role. Whereas this is an uncool role. This guy isn't hip. This guy is the reverse of hip. He's awkward. He doesn't fit in. He doesn't feel comfortable in his skin.
It's not a mansion on the hill, and it needs a lot of work, but it'd be yours. It'd be your house. I don't often see a lot of characters that are as kind of square and kind of everyman as this guy. So I just figured it would be interesting to explore something like that because I don't run into those kind of guys that often.
There's a wonderful scene with Sam and two guys in a bar where he talks about what he thinks would be a really good Tiger Woods golf commercial.
These two ad execs are talking about their favorite commercials and what they are.
Oh, cute little black kids like, I'm Tiger Woods. You guys are in advertising, right?
Yeah, you too?
So I want to give you my version of a Tiger Woods commercial, okay?
I tell this interesting story about how Tiger's father went to a golf course and some people tried to make him caddy for him.
Then these guys give him a $5 bill and tell him to go to the clubhouse and get him cigarettes and beer.
And how his father just left the golf course, went home and taught Tiger to play golf.
And we fade up to Tiger winning 4 Grand Slams in a row.
Generally, when I see long speeches, I'm attracted to them because it's an opportunity to tell a story in a particular way.
All because of a father's determination that no fat white man, like your father's probably, would ever send his son to the clubhouse for cigarettes and beer.
And cut. Well done.
Director Roger Michell brings to the project the unique benefits of an extensive background in the theater.
One of the great things about Roger is that he went and cast just real actors all across the board, the people that he was interested in, down to even the people in the smallest parts.
I know how bad a person feels after a car crash, right?
Yeah, thanks, Terry.
No. Don't mention it.
I think that's the mark of a good director. It was the first time I saw who he cast, I then began to really trust him, and he's never let me down. He really understands how to tell a story.
Action.
Nothing has changed between today and yesterday. I'm still the same man.
He's also one of the only directors that actually comes to you between shots with like handwritten notes.
He sits at the monitor watching, and he would come in with a pad of paper and all the notes that he'd written whilst you'd been, doing take 8 or whatever it is.
In the theater, at the end of rehearsal every day, directors give you notes. Roger does it between shots. It's very cool.
Oh, really? Okay, great.
My work would not be half of what it is without his help. So it's made it really, really wonderful to work on this.
You can go back to the way things were. Just give me my file back.
As the story continues to unfold, the stakes are raised for both men.
Part of it's about trying to turn the other cheek but not being able to. How hard it is not to hit back, and how people can get each other into this awful cycle of violence.
I tried to do everything I could to settle it, but this guy just won't let it go.
Why? Why wouldn't he let
I
it
don't
go?
know why! I don't know why. Sometimes God likes to put 2 guys in a paper bag and just let them rip.
There are always forces acting on you that cause you to react a certain way. And like the law of physics says, every action has a reaction.
I wasn't bankrupt yesterday, and I'm not bankrupt today!
The computer says you are.
Well, now it does!
The two men get wilder during the day, and they do things that they've never done before.
Don't get too close.
It doesn't have to be about slugging it out. It's about people hurt each other in all these different ways. Like taking the lug nuts off a guy's tire.
But for all the action, Changing Lanes is ultimately a story about 2 characters.
It's not a chase movie, but it's a psychological chase movie, if you like.
You could go to jail for this. You need that file.
On the surface, it works just as a suspense tale, as a story about 2 guys who end up sort of fighting it out in the gladiatorial ring of the modern world.
You know who I am? See what I can do to you?
On another level, what it is a really interesting, smart movie.
You have to look at it and see how things do change your life or change your attitude about your life.
Everything decent is held together by a covenant. You broke the contract.
It's got elements of mystery, elements of suspense, elements of whodunit. It goes through a lot of twists and turns, and you don't really have any idea how it's going to turn out.
Can you give my time back to me? Can you? Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa. Wait. Just 20 minutes. Can you give me that?